Every morning you look like everyone else. You wake up. You get dressed. You go to work. You smile at people who barely know your name. To them you're just another employee. Another ordinary person trying to get through the day. And nobody sees anything unusual about you. But there's a question you've never really asked yourself. Who are you when nobody is watching? Because the person everyone sees isn't always the person you become when the door closes. Your shift ends. You go home. You eat. You shower. You tell yourself you're tired. But you don't sleep. You wait. Until the house is quiet. Until nobody needs you. Then you open your laptop. The screen lights up your room. And suddenly you're somewhere else. A world hidden behind layers of anonymity. Names you don't recognize. People who don't know your real name. Conversations you would never have in daylight. At first you're only curious. You read. You watch. You learn. You tell yourself you're not doing anything wrong. You're just looking. But looking becomes staying. And staying becomes participating. That's how it starts. Not with some dramatic decision. Just one small choice nobody else can see. The first time you make money from it, you barely believe it. It's not much. But it's more than you expected. You stare at the number on the screen. Then you look around your room. Nobody knows. Nobody asks where it came from. And that's what makes the next decision easier. You do it again. Then again. Each time the line moves a little further away. Something that once felt wrong starts feeling normal. You become careful. You separate your ordinary life from your hidden one. At work you're still the same person. You stock shelves. You answer questions. You clock out. You go home. Nobody suspects anything. Your coworkers talk about bills, rent, weekend plans. You listen. You nod. And then later that night you return to the other world. The money starts getting better. So does the danger. And somewhere along the way you stop asking whether you should be doing this. You only ask how far you can go without getting caught. Soon your nights become longer. 1 hour becomes 3. 3 becomes 5. You sleep through alarms. You arrive at work exhausted. Your eyes burn under the fluorescent lights. But you don't care. Because the money is changing your life. You buy things you couldn't afford before. You keep your explanations simple. Nobody questions them. But the money comes with a price. You become distant. You stop answering messages. You cancel plans. You lie more easily. Not because you enjoy lying. Because lying has become necessary. And the strangest part is, you barely recognize yourself anymore. The person who once hesitated before doing something wrong is disappearing. Replaced by someone who calculates consequences instead of morality. Someone who thinks, if nobody knows, does it really matter? That's the question that changes everything. Then one night, something feels different. A message appears. Short. Unexpected. You don't recognize the account. You close it. A few minutes later, another message appears. You stop breathing for a moment. You check everything. Your accounts. Your devices. Your surroundings. Nothing. You tell yourself it's nothing. But the feeling doesn't leave. The next morning you're at work. And for the first time ordinary things look different. A stranger standing near the entrance. Someone sitting in a car outside. A phone pointed in your direction. Maybe they're completely innocent. Maybe they're not. You don't know anymore. And that's the punishment of living a secret life. Eventually you start seeing danger everywhere. You can't tell whether you're being watched. Or whether your guilt is watching you. You become more careful. You stop trusting people. You sleep less. You check your phone constantly. And slowly the hidden life that once made you feel powerful starts controlling you. Then it happens. Your two lives finally touch. You're at work when your phone vibrates. You look at the screen. A message. The kind of message you never wanted to receive. Your heart drops. You look around. Your coworkers are still working. Customers are still walking past. Everything looks normal. But your world has changed. For the first time you understand something. You were never living two separate lives. You were living one life. And hiding half of it. The money. The secrets. The people. The choices. They were all following you. And now there's nowhere left to hide. You look around the store. The same shelves. The same lights. The same people. But you don't feel like the same person anymore. Maybe nobody ever saw what you did at night. Maybe they never knew. Maybe, from the outside, you still looked completely ordinary. But you remember every decision, every lie, every line you crossed. And that's the uncomfortable truth. You don't become someone different when nobody is watching. You reveal who you already are. Because eventually, the question isn't whether someone is watching. It's whether you can still recognize yourself when they aren't.